Good morning, Assalamu alaikum. I am grade 3 science teacher. My name is Miss Anila, and in this class, I'm going to revise all the work that we did in the previous online classes and in the physical classes, just to have a revision of whatever we have done in the midterm. So let's start with chapter 1, Life on Earth. You can have your book also with you so that you can better understand the topics. Now, first of all, open page number 8. In this page, we studied about the living and non-living things. You must be knowing what are living things. Living things are those that have life. For example, human beings, animals, plants, they all are living things. While the non-living things are those that do not have a life, and they do not eat, they do not move, they do not have life. So non-living things do not have life. Now, all living things have to carry out different activities every day since they are alive, and these activities are also very important, and they are known as life processes such as nutrition, movement, growth, sensitivity, respiration, excretion, and reproduction. Now, let's focus on nutrition. Nutrition means you are taking food and obtaining food, which is very, very important for your health and for your growth and development. And in onwards, whatever the food and water that you take, it is converted into energy by human beings and by animals and insects as well. You can see the cow eating grass, it gives it energy. A plant is also making its own food with the help of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process of food making in plants. Now, animals, they can get their food from plants, and by killing the other animals, while plants make their own food with the help of sunlight, water, minerals, and air. So these are the four important constituents of plants to make food. Now, how do living things move and grow? This is also one of the important life process, because living things have to move on their own, such as they have to fly, crawls, climb, and swing as the different animals do. So movement is important for animals to look for shelter, for food, and also to escape, to run away from danger. For example, if any animal is coming, they have to run away from that danger. Plants also move. For example, touch me not plant, if you touch its leaves, it will be folded. So unlike living things, non-living things do not move, like they do not run from one place to another. The third life process is growth. Growth means when a person or an animal eats food, it also grows. It becomes larger in size, it also gains its weight and makes heavier. You can see the small babies growing from the child, then a more younger child, then an adult, and then grows to the mature child, and then it becomes an old person. So this is called growth. The next life process is sensitivity. What do you do when you see like cockroach or an insect on your hand? What will you do? Just run away. So that means that you have a sensitivity. You know that this insect or animal is going to hurt you. So it just gives an automatic reaction and you run away because you're sensitive to it. So living things are sensitive and respond to changes around them. So when a living thing responds, there's a change in its action or behavior that is called sensitivity. In this reference, you can see the fascinating facts about butterflies. That butterflies use their feelers to sense the various things, and the feelers are called antennae. You can see the feelers here. Okay. Now, besides sensitivity, we have respiration. Respiration is when you cover your mouth with your hands and breathe. Your hands will feel warm. Why? Because you are getting the energy to warm your hands by using oxygen from the air that you breathe and the sugar that you eat. So the process of breathing is called respiration, in which your lungs and your nose and your mouth is also used. So animals use different structures of breathing, such as nose. In animals, gills. Fishes use gills for breathing, and insects breathe with the help of the air holes on their body, that is called spiracles. Now come to the different ways of breathing of different living things. Non-living things do not, of course, breathe, but living things breathe. Nose, human beings breathe with their nose, gills with their fish with their gills, spiracles, insects breathe with their spiracles, and the plants, they breathe with the stomata on the underside of the leaf. You can see the stomata. If you just carefully see a plant or a leaf, you can find the stomata. Now, excretion. Living things produce waste products. This is also one of the life process. So, living things eat whatever they eat. The waste material comes out of their body in the form of something. It can be urine or stool, and this process is called excretion. Carbon dioxide, water, and other waste materials are excreted as carbon dioxide and water vapor in the air. So our body produces waste materials which are excreted in the form of urine, stool, or sometimes perspiration also, when we perspire, like sweating. Plants also remove materials during respiration. So this is all we studied about this. Now the another life process is reproduction. Reproduction, it means giving birth to the young ones. Plants also reproduce by producing seeds. They develop into new plants. Like the baby develops into a mature young person, in the same way the small animals also, they develop into a bigger and mature animals. In the same way, plants also reproduce or grow with the help of seeds. When you sow a seed, it develops into a new plant. That's how the reproduction of plants take place. Now you can see some plants do not produce seed. They grow with the help of a process called stem cutting. A cut stem grows into a new plant. Then we studied about breathing. Breathing means taking air into the lungs and releasing in the air. Excretion is removing waste from the body. Nutrition is the process of obtaining food. Reproduction is giving birth to the young ones. Sensitivity is feeling and becoming sensitive with the things around you. Spiracles is the opening or air holes on the body of the insects. This is almost one chapter that we have studied, and I hope you understand this first chapter. The next chapter I'll explain you in the next video. Till then, Khuda Hafiz.